Let's run it back. Let's run it back. Let's run it back. Okay, now it should work perfectly fine. Now it should work. Let me set this up. Boom. Okay, there we go. Now we should be good. All right, boom. Now you should be able to hear me. You got to be able to hear me now. So let's get started in a second. Let's let people get back in here. Yeah, now you should perfectly be able to hear me. There's no way. Let's get started in a second. Let's let people get back in here. Oh man, now it should perfectly be working. I don't want to hear nothing. All right. Either way, it's gonna just be for a replay. It doesn't have to have all the viewers in here at the moment. Um, but yeah, let's get started. Pretty much just talking about practice. I just felt really good, going into Grands. I had a good amount of time to get back into the swing of things and really feel prepared the best that I could. I had a few more sessions on the bike. Everything was feeling good. I was feeling strong. Um, so everything was going really really good. And like some of the times I was having at the track were being solid, and so I went into Grands with a lot of confidence that I usually don't, and I was very excited. I had a pretty big gear on, which I thought would work, but it felt a little bit tough. Just after a few motos, but in practice I felt really good. It just felt tough, compared to a lot of the dudes. So pretty much we'll just start with first moto. You know, None of them were too stacked. This is a very solid moto, but I thought I could win it. And so I was trying to pedal manual the first jump, but it just wasn't working. So then I was just, all right, be patient, go here. And one thing I will say about the whole weekend was I was really, really smart with a lot of my riding besides the semi on the night show. And I was going to just stay in second, but he left a lot of room. So I just was like, fuck it, I might as well take a dub. Yeah, this is like the first lap of the day, so I just really wanted to get the nerves out, get the feeling out of the way, and so it felt really good to start the day with a win. And yeah, so here we go. This is where I noticed I felt like my gear was a little bit hard. My second pedal dropped a little bit, and then my sprint just wasn't great. And Corbin pulled me by a good amount, so I was like, all right, bro, the gear is probably too fucking hard. And I never want to change things, but I was like, you know what? I'm feeling good. Why wouldn't I change something for the better, which was just lightening it up a little bit. And there was the line I was doing all weekend was the double manual, double manual, double manual. It was fire. I love that shit. But you could tell, like, from the first straight, I was like, dude, I was not that far or close, and then I caught up. So this is the first moto with that new gear. It's a little bit easier. Felt a lot better already. Jeremy just obviously popped one off like a motherfucker. He's so fast. And then, dude, tell me why the chain broke in, because when you put a new chain on, it obviously has to break in. It was breaking in as I was pedaling. So, like, out of the turns, it was so loose, so I was so scared to pedal. But another solid lap. So, going through the motos, I was 1-2. And so I was like, fuck, today's, starting off pretty good. I'm pretty stoked with it. So then I'm like, all right, we got to just get used to this gear for those bigger moments. And then here, I fucking wheelie a little bit because I'm like, bro, I got to cut Rico off. I was talking shit, just joking around. Like, we're super good friends. So anyways, I'm like, fuck, dude. And then I got Bramer, which he pops him off, bro. Like, Bramer was rolling. And so then I get out, I wheelie a little bit. And so I'm like, fuck, dude, I just got chopped. But I'm like, all right, just, be patient, ride smart. And boom, roll into the fifth, and I'm like, all right, bro, I guess I got to pass Rico, which I hate because that's one of my best friends, especially in the BMX shit. But I'm like, oh, all right, be patient. And I'm like, all right, I guess this is where we're going to see, like, we're about to just battle it out. And he makes a little mistake, so I'm like, okay, here we go, take it up. And I'm like, oh, fuck, I'm about to get blasted. And he just hits me a little not hard enough, and boom, qualify through. So I'm like, all right. After that, I'm like, okay, the gear feels better, the sprint feels better, but I cannot wheelie out of the gate. Like, I just cannot do it. It's just going to cost me, pretty much making it to where I want to go. So then rolling through here, I felt very confident. I felt really good. Like I said, I was riding smart. I was happy about that. I was making good decisions. But then the one thing that I hated was after that lap time messing up in that quarter, I gave myself an outside pick. And so that's what I hated the most was I put myself in a position where like I had to get out, I had to get going good, or else it would sabotage myself. Which I wheelie a little bit out of this one, but my first jump and my sprint was really good, and I was able to file in and make some good racing, good laps. But I wheelie a little bit, but it's like a strong wheelie. It was still like super bad and fall far back, but the drive, everything was in the right direction. So I mean, it's not terrible. And then I just really rode smart and just took my own line. I did freaking boost this thing a little too much, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm about to get past. And then after I hit this jump into the turn, I was like, all right, just do your thing, hold it in, flow it out, and just boom, you'll be good. So now we go into the main event, and I'm like, fuck, like I just got to piece all the things together. Like I'm going fast around the track. I've had some good first straights. It's just about putting it all together now and making it happen. And so, dude, loading into this main, I really was. I was feeling a podium. I was like, dude, if I get my best everything and I put down and come out of the turn top 4 and just be in the mix, I'm gonna podium. And let alone I got out of the gate fucking super good, and I blew the first jump, and then I kind of just got eaten up from there. So that was a bummer. I didn't really get to show the track speed that I was riding like all day, but this following the following day showed me like if I get out, do what I got to do, I'm just right there. Like they were a little bit ahead of me, but they're some of the best starters in the entire world. Cam, yours, and Jeremy. And if you look, I'm right there by the first jump. I just fucking bonk it like an idiot because I got excited. I fucking got out, did what I had to do. And so like right here, I'm like, okay, like this is close enough to file in for a podium. Especially if you hit the first jump better than them, you could get on that backside and go. But I pedal manual bonk, and then I just hit the little back wheel come up, lost a lot of speed, and then I just got eaten up. I could have been right there fighting with yours, going in that turn, doing whatever I had to do, but got caught up back there past Jay Smooth, and then I just really was bummed and stayed back in the 6. I mean, I don't think I could have passed Jack because, he was going fast, but I just was so bummed that I just fucking... I wanted to be up in the front and mixing it up with those dudes because I knew I could have. Like, I really knew I could have, and it sucked to blow my gate a little bit. But day 2, I was ready for, putting it all together, doing what I had to do, and figuring this first jump out. So I did a different thing in each moto. But here we go. Now I'm on the outside. I'm like, all right, we got to, win these motos. I got to be on the inside when the time comes that matters. And that was my goal for the day, was just to do good enough to be able to get stuck on the inside in those major moments. So now I went manual pedal, and it was a lot better. Pull, tap, all that stuff. Everything was going good. Like today I woke up like ready to race. Like I felt good. I felt good with the new gear I had on. I felt confident. I felt, like I said, I felt confident. And that was the one thing that carried over throughout the day. And even after these laps, like I led more laps than I have probably all year, which is really, really dope. I won a few motos in the Nat Champs. I've won a few motos in the past, but it felt really good to win more than, 1 or 2 motos on the weekend. So that was a big thing. Like that gate was really good. Got the first jump. I sat back a little on the pedal manual, but everything was starting to go. Look at that little bonk, all sketchy ass. And then everything just was flowing. So I was 1-1. I'm like, dude, the fucking day is starting off good. Like obviously I didn't have, yours, Cam, and, some of the top hitters, but I still have hitters. Like all of these dudes are fast and are capable of making the main, and they have made mains. So yeah, that was, look at that little bonk. When I bonk, I get mad. I shake my head, but this is all going to plan. Like I'm like, I got to get inside. And then here we go. We got Jeremy again. A little bit of a wheelie, but you can see the power in it a lot more. And then I'm just chasing Jeremy. Dude, his gait is so crazy. He's got one of the best forms. The way it looks, it's so insane. But everything was flowing. I'm like, okay, let's just stay behind him. Let's hold our position and do what we got to do. So from here on, I'm like, fuck, like we're taking it to the night show. Like we're riding good. We're doing what we have to do. We're putting it together and making it happen. And there was nothing that I felt like could have stopped me besides, me making a mistake, especially leading into this quarter. If you saw the day before, I had Cam Bramer on the outside, and then I had Rico on the inside. And then obviously there's Joey, Jack on this one, and then Vicente, Tugis, Trenton, Curtis. So me in my head, I'm thinking, well, fuck, I told Rico I was going to cut his ass off, and then I didn't. So now I have to, or at least I'm going to get chopped off. Because the guy in 5, Vicente, his gate is fucking fast. His 30 foot is fast as shit. And then obviously Rico, Joey, and Jack, they're fucking good. Plus, there's people on the outside that are fast, Curtis, Tugas, and Trenton. So I'm like, I gotta get out. And so this is probably where I finally was like, oh shit, I executed. I got out. I chopped, Rico, and then I got over on, Joey. And I will say I didn't get the first jump perfect, but I think if I could have got it perfect, I think I could have hole shotted. But Jack was going fast, so I wasn't mad about losing to him, but I was excited to pop off and do what I had to do to put myself in a position to get an inside pick for that semi, and just execute this gate and do what I had to do in this moment. Got out good, was just boom, holding my ground. A little bit of not the best, but he just had the inside, got it good. And then I think we put down a heater on this one. This was one of my fastest lap times of the day. So here I'm like, all right, we're smooth. We're in the night show. Just stay on your bike. Don't do stupid shit. And that's pretty much all I have to do is do my same little lines, and we're into the night show. So boom, hit them, boom, 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 saucy drip, feeling good. And then here I'm just excited. We get to the night show, and here's the night show. So dude, I did a few laps in practice of the night show. I felt good. I truly believed I was going to make it. And I kind of set a little bit of pressure on myself. I wouldn't say too much. It was just, I mean, dude, I broke my elbow 5-6 months ago, shattered it completely. And, I was in a semi in a moment when I did do that. But before that, like some of those bigger moments, it's been a while since I've been in a moment where I had to execute. I had to do the things I had to do. And I mean, let alone like, I definitely was the third or fourth fastest in this moto. Like Cam and Yoris obviously were on their thing, but I should have made the main. And it just sucks that I made a minor mistake on the wheelie, and then Yoris, I just almost hit his tire on the first jump, and I should have been patient, or I just should have waited to get out of the first turn and try to make a pass. There's a lot of things I regret and I wish, but the main thing is not blowing my gate, which it's just been a while since I've been in those moments. So I'm really, I'm prepared for next year, to work on these certain type of situations. But yeah, this is the semi from the night show. Ends early for me in the first turn, so I'll probably cut it off after that. And then we'll watch the B main and just talk about the weekend. But dude, I was so ready. Snap was good. Everything was good. I'm freaking out, and then I just sit back on it like an idiot, which was still driving good, but yours, I almost hit his tire, so Mateo got a little bit better over it. And then Corbin just got out a little, and I couldn't get out on Mateo. And when I went to pedal, just, dude, the dumbest crash possible. Like, the dumbest crash possible. I literally couldn't believe it. I was so freaking bummed. And so then I really just wanted to show that I had, everything in me, and that I, could have did it. And this was, a really good feeling to be able to, just turn it up, put together a full lap, especially even from the outside, and, show myself that it was in there just when I put it together, and, just keeping me hungry for 2024. Yeah, like I was pretty happy with this lap. The only thing I wasn't excited about was that I overshot the first one out of the first jump a little bit, but I mean, dude, I couldn't be happier with executing the gate, the first straight, and just showing them that I should have been in the A main. Just a stupid little mistake, but it felt good to do this again. It really gave me, the confidence. It showed me that it was there, and I just can't wait for next year. I ride the track well. I've done everything to, put myself in the best positions now with, eating healthy, doing what I got to do. So I'm just truly, actually healthy, ready for a start of the season healthy. Look, I shake my head. I'm pissed. Was not happy at all that I put down a fire lap, one lap too late. But overall, man, like, I got to be happy and grateful. I really came back from it could have been a career-ending injury, shattered my fucking elbow and blew it out. And to be back where I'm at and only moving forward and forward and forward, and I definitely know that's not the full capability that I have in me. I'm excited for 2024, and thank you guys for, all the hype and telling me, oh, you look fast on the track again, you looking like yourself, like all that stuff. It helps me, mentally, and I appreciate you guys more than ever. And I just want to shout out, the Grands track. That was probably the best track I've ridden in a long time at the Grands. Good flow, different types of jumps, and just a variety of everything. The turns, everything was good, and the track actually was hard packed early on. So yeah, shout out to those dudes, and just shout out to everybody that killed it. My boy Larson went fucking crazy. I should have been up there with him, and Fucking been saucing and fucking been lit, but I blew it. Stayed out in the B main and got a sixth in the Rock. So, but we'll have some good battles next year. Yeah, I'm just ready to start 2024 off strong, and I'll see you guys in Sarasota, and you will see me at the top of the box here. I promise you, you will see me. I will be up for the title. I will be putting down. I will be putting it down. I'm ready for this shit. So